On the next Roseanne show, it's all about sex with former Baywatch babe Tracy Bingham.
It's so foreign to me to like you would be like totally okay about taking your clothes off and letting people take pictures of you. What is that like?
Then Roseanne tells MTV Loveline's Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla how she handled sex ed with her kids.
Well, I gave them books when they were little.
Good. And
that was
the
hard.
point is
But the pop-up Kama Sutra is not exactly the direction.
On today's show, it's all about sex. Joining us, ex-Baywatch star, actress Tracy Bingham. Everybody's favorite sexperts from MTV's Loveline, Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. Sex columnist Anka Radkovich. And partial nudity with the Jockey doctor.
There isn't a magazine, cologne, car, piece of clothing, song, television show, movie, radio show, pair of glasses, or pair of shoes that is not sold by the subliminal or overt expectation that somehow this article, if worn, driven, watched, or eaten, will get you some sex. There are all kinds of sex that you can have in America today. Up until a few weeks ago, I thought there was only, one or two. Okay, I thought there was only one that was legal, and the other one was outlawed by the Animal Rights Commission. But then I read the Kenneth Starr report, and I felt like, is there any hope? Yes, I said it, hope. Is there any hope that somebody will show me some of those tricks? Well, it all sounds like so much fun, but I don't want one of those skinny models that they show prancing topless in size 28 waist khakis. I want a man, a big... You know what I mean. A big steak and potato, greasy pork chop. Beer-drinking, former fullback kind of a man. None of these little wimps, right? That's what I'm talking about, because this is my fantasy. But enough about me. I want to know about you. What's your fantasy, and what do you find sexy? Is anyone here, does anyone here have sex or know what it is at all? What do you find sexy? What do you find sexy? All right.
Hold on, let me get to it. Well, the Australian.
The Australian girl? Are you from Australia? Oh, he thinks you're a babe. You think he's cute? Is he your kind of...
yeah.
Oh, he's your kind. We may have made a love match here.
Yeah.
You go over there and have her go over there. Go, do it. We want some... Go. What's your name? Virginia, what's your name?
Lewis.
Lewis in Virginia. We'll check back with you later to see. We have something sexy going on. That's kind of cool. Anybody want to talk about their sexual fantasies? This is your last chance. Everyone is way too... Yeah.
I want a man to sweep me off my feet, just carry me to my bedroom and just take advantage of me.
He's kind of not serial killers. But are you from Australia too?
Yes.
There's everyone who's from Australia. What are you wearing the dark glasses for? You're frightening me. Take those off.
Serial killer, I mean disguise.
I know you're a serial killer. All my fans are serial killers. Yes.
I want somebody with big lips and a big butt
that can show me a good time.
what?
That can show me a good time and treat me right and dominate me.
Right here, baby.
Well, that's a good choice, though. Interesting. Dominate you. What do you mean by dominate you?
I don't
Just
like to,
like, you know, take control. Is that what you mean?
I don't like to be in control. I like for the man to be in control and just.
How many women agree with that?
They do.
How many women think it's the other way? Tell us about it. What do you think, sexy?
Well, I think a man who has on Italian suit, Italian shoes, and has no inhibition, because I'm a dominatrix, and I like being a woman who's on top and dominating.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Yes, ma'am.
My question is, do you think women should be able to go to male staff brothels?
To male staff brothels? That is such an awesome question. I'm going to ask that to our panel of experts who will be out later. I think that's a good thing to talk about. Should there be women, you know, places where women can go to, you know, whatever you call it. He said his house. Speaking of sexy, okay, here we go. Take a look at this ad for Jockey underwear. Wow, what is sexier than young doctors posing in their underwear? Woo! Hi, whoa. Okay, please, let's welcome the real-life doctors you might have seen posing in those Jockey underwear ads. How cute are these guys? Here they are live in the flesh. The Jockey doctors! Thank you for being here. How dumb do you guys feel? What's the hardest part of being in your underwear?
Probably, I'm glad that I'm wearing these underwear,
Yeah.
actually, instead of those over there.
Right. I'm embarrassed to look down. I'm gonna just... I'm too embarrassed. Is it embarrassing?
A little bit, but you get over it.
Yeah. Do you feel kind of sexy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you ever... Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you ever, like, operate or do anything like that in your underwear?
I don't know. I think the lawyers might have something to say about that.
Yeah, because, like, yeah, you might have caused heart attacks. But you guys are, honest to God, real doctors, right? So tell us what kind of doctor you are. You first.
I'm Patrick Fawcett, and I'm a physical therapist.
And you?
I'm Matthias Char, and I'm a resident in family practice.
What does that mean, family practice?
Family practice is sort of like the old family doc. We do a little bit of everything. We see kids, we do some delivery.
Oh, it's like Marcus Welby, right?
Something like that.
Oh, that's comforting. That's cool. What kind of doctor are you, cutie?
My name is Wes Ruffin. I'm a pediatric transport doctor.
Pediatric transport.
Basically, I'm a pediatrician who goes and picks up sick kids at different hospitals.
Woo! We love you. What kind of doctor are you, and what's your name?
My name is Mario Cunha. I'm a dentist.
A dentist?
Yeah.
I am not going to say anything. And I have the worst joke, but I won't say it. And you?
Hi, I'm Trey Trumbo, and I'm a doctor of chiropractic.
So that's like for the spine, right?
Right.
In case someone has her spine out of whack.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of knock it back into place, huh? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I have a big hump back there.
Oh, really?
I have that dowager's hump thing going.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, you guys are like so sexy, I'm afraid to look at you. And we'll be right back with former Baywatch babe and one sexy woman herself, Tracy Bingham. You guys are like this. their jockey shorts are going to come back before the end of the show to show us their other side. And my next guest was a former Baywatch beauty and more recently posed nude for Playboy magazine, which I want to ask her all about that. So anyway, we have those photos right here. Let's check it out. No, okay, I'm kidding. Okay, but how about we show you the whole woman? Please welcome the beautiful and ever so sexy Tracy Bingham. No, the pants. What are they made of?
Actually, they're plastic.
Oh, they're cute.
There's the new print. You know, leopard print is going out, but snake
Don't
skin
say
is in.
that. Check out my whole set.
No, not leopard, but not that. As far as clothing, I mean, this is on furniture. It's fantastic, but you know what's in also?
What?
The snake skin. See,
They're
look.
very cute.
It's a snake.
Very cute.
I like it. But anyway,
how much do you weigh?
Actually, you know what? I think I weigh 104 now.
Oh my God.
But I work out.
What's that like?
Well, actually, you know, I do work out a lot.
Do you?
A lot of
Like
sex.
how many hours a day? A lot of sex?
Yeah.
How many hours a day do you work out?
Oh, God, usually 2 hours. I do an hour of aerobics, half an hour of weights, and a half an hour of abdominal crunches.
No way.
Like
really?
4 or 5 times a week.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
But I do eat, and this is something for you I want you to have.
Oh boy, what is it?
It's a gift.
Oh, it better
Speaking
be
of
some
food
candy. Better be candy. Now, do you really eat candy? Oh my God, it's sushi. It's sushi?
It's chocolate sushi.
Oh, chocolate sushi.
It's sushi. Is it crazy?
Cool. What? You mean it's for real chocolate?
It's real chocolate.
But it's just shaped like, what's this kind? Like white
That's
chocolate?
the Ebby.
Look how cute that is.
Because
it looks
we
like
knew
a
that-
little shrimp.
Yeah. See? I'm glad you're eating it.
You eat one too.
Okay, well.
I want to watch. You totally whipped out and took a little tiny piece.
Okay, we'll have a bigger
We'll
one.
have that great big one.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Very good.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's cute. Thank you.
That's good. I love chocolate.
This is good.
Well,
Thank
chocolate
you.
is a great aphrodisiac. That's why I brought it for you.
Is
We're
it?
talking about sex. There's so much energy in this room.
Yeah.
So
Everyone-
excited people get when you talk about sex.
Yeah.
Everyone gets excited.
What's it like to be you? No, I have to know because, I mean, it's so foreign to me. It's like you would be like totally okay about taking your clothes off and letting people take pictures of you. What is that like?
Posing nude for Playboy has been the most incredible experience.
Why?
Well, I mean, of all the photo shoots that I've ever had,
Yeah.
excuse me, Playboy has been the most liberating, most natural, most comfortable. We had great people with Playboy, great hair people, great makeup people, great stylists.
Oh,
not wearing
everybody looks
clothing.
great when they do it. Yeah.
But it was a closed set. We were in Jamaica,
Yeah.
and
It's a beautiful place.
it was amazing. I mean, we had just beautiful elements: the sun, the wind, the
Yeah,
sand.
but I want to know, how do you like get okay enough about yourself that you're like totally naked and letting people taking pictures? How can you do? What's that like? How do you feel that good about yourself?
Well, I mean, I'm very comfortable with my body. I mean,
How do you
it's
get
so-
like that? Is anybody here comfortable with their body besides Tracy?
See, she's comfortable.
Now, men are totally comfortable with their bodies, even if they look like a great big fat, they don't care. But how many women here, besides Tracy and me, are...
You're comfortable with your body.
Oh, you know, I just give up. That's all. I'm not comfortable. Are any other women comfortable enough to let people take pictures of you naked? Oh, yeah, okay.
Let's ask how many people would look at the photos.
Ooh.
See? Nobody would?
That crazy guy up there.
Well, I would. I think it was a great experience. I mean, it was tastefully done. It was clean.
No, they always are tasteful.
Yeah.
But I'm just interested in the inside of your head, how you like, have you always felt like totally comfortable with your body? And...
I've always pretty much felt comfortable with my body. I mean, if nudity is done the right way, there's nothing wrong with it. And Playboy's very classy, as we know.
I mean, but you don't like take off your clothes and like go, oh my God, something's wrong here, something's wrong here. You don't feel any of that?
You know, I look in the mirror, look at myself. Oh, sure, I mean, I see, you know, look at myself and say, well, maybe I need to fix this or work on my tummy here more or, you know, do push-ups or whatever. But, you know, watch what I eat. We all do that. I think being in this business, you know,
Well,
you're,
I don't,
you know,
But what?
well, being in this business, you know you're in front of the camera. You know it adds 10 to 15 pounds, you know, and I just, you know.
Yeah, and I've been on TV like 100 times, so it just keeps adding up. No, but I just cannot fathom being okay enough in your own skin to like let people look. I can't even fathom it.
Well, I mean, it just.
And I admire you for
Well,
it.
thank you. No, I feel you have to be comfortable with who you are, and you have to have good people around you who are shooting the photos.
Right.
It was natural. It was fun. I mean, you know, no one was there bothering us.
Now, did Hefner try to hit on you?
He's great. You know, I went to the Playboy Mansion, the lingerie party, and everybody was there, and he was there, and he's got so many people around him all the time that really love him and take good care of him. And, you know, when I met him, he was the sweetest man.
We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Details Magazine sex columnist Anka Radkovich, and then me and Tracy are going to take off our clothes. So be right back. Is a sex columnist for Details Magazine, which is a great magazine. Please welcome Anka Radkovich. Radkovich?
Either way. I should just go as Anka.
Anka, thank you for being here. Here's your book that you wrote, too. This is your new book? Just
yeah,
out?
that's it.
Oh, I can't wait to read it. I think you're a great writer.
Oh, well, thank
really
you.
like your column.
Thanks.
So we're on the subject of nudity, and I heard that you were doing some kind of study of a nudist colony.
Oh, I decided to check out the world of nude recreation. And I decided to go to a nudist colony because I wanted to see, do these things still exist?
Yeah.
You know, what are these things like? So I went to one actually
California?
outside of Malibu in Topanga Canyon.
Oh my God.
And well, the problem with the nudist colony is it's not a matter of if you take the clothes off, it's when. Do you take them off in the car? Do you take them off once you get there? So I decided to take them off in the parking lot, in the car. So I take all my clothes off and I'm sitting in the front seat of the car totally naked. You know, I'm looking for the newspaper to cover my private. So I take that first step out of the car and, you know, that dream where you're naked and you're in public.
At school?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, so they have the 11 o'clock orientation and I see the woman kind of waving to me like, come on, come up to the clubhouse. We're all ready for the tour. And, you know, I'm naked and I'm like running up to the orientation. You know, I'm from New York, so I have no tan and I have a totally white butt, you know, so I walk up and I see that there are 8 guys standing there and they all have their clothes on and I'm naked.
Oh my God.
You know, so a little over anxious on the nudity.
What did you do?
Well, you just have to walk around and let everyone stare at you. So you walk around and it's not supposed to be sexual. And I actually said to the woman, I said, where are you supposed to look? And she said, oh, you look directly into each other's eyes, which is why people go to the nudist colony, you know, to look into each other's eyes, right?
That's my whole question.
You know?
Then why be naked?
Yeah, and they tell you that it's not supposed to be sexual.
Oh, well,
so I
what's it
start
supposed to
talking to a couple of the guys, you know, hanging out, mingling with the nudist guys, and I'm telling them about the nudist philosophy of, you know, how it's supposed to break down the barriers between people and you get to know each other's personality and blah, blah, blah. I'm going on and on.
It seems like it's counterproductive because if you're naked and you can't look, there's just no difference between being clothed.
Yeah, what's the point? So I'm telling these guys about the nudist philosophy, and I realize they're not listening to a thing that I'm saying, and I look down and they both have, you know. So, I mean, you know. So, but the problem is...
But they were dressed?
No, everyone there is naked. You know, people are eating snacks naked and playing volleyball naked. That's the #1 nudist sport.
You're just naked.
Yeah, everyone's kind of, you know, bouncing balls.
How dull is it really? Well, it seems like it'd be really boring.
No, it was fascinating. I got fixated on people's crotches, you know.
How could you not? How could you not?
You know,
Yeah.
people have a need to accessorize. So, you know, I saw people, and everyone had their pubic hair groomed in different, you know, so I'm like, oh, there's a mini mohawk. Oh, there's a fro. You know, so I said, maybe I should call myself a pubic affairs correspondent. You know, I just couldn't stop fixating on people's, you know, areas.
Well, how long did it take to get totally bored with seeing everybody's stuff? Because it would be something that you would, you know, go past after a little while, wouldn't it?
Well, you see so many weird shapes and sizes. I mean, you know, when you see down to here, it's kind of interesting, you know. It's not boring, you know. Oh, my God. You know, but the pickup lines are great. You know,
like what?
I decided to get a little tan, you know, I might as well. And so I'm laying on my front, and some guy comes up to me and pokes my butt and says, "Excuse me, miss, but do you mind if I wipe the ants from your butt?" And I thought, you know, at least it's original. Now, if somebody said that to you in a bar, you'd kind of smack them in the face.
Right.
Yeah, you know. But at the nudist colony,
Were you
it kind of worked.
tempted to go out with him as soon as he said that?
Well, I usually pick guys like that, so that's my problem. That's why I'm still single, you know. They had a restaurant at this place, you know. I mean, literally people cooking in the raw.
Were they all like really old?
You know?
Were they all like 60s captives, people that were like captive in the 60s for the last 30
definitely
years?
People who
That's what it would be.
have, you know, they've been nude since the 60s, you know.
So as our sex expert panel, let's answer this woman's question. Do you think that there should be male-staffed brothels for women to go to?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I think men should be treated as sex objects. They like to be sexually objectified, don't you think?
Of course, absolutely, yes.
You know, sometimes women are offended when they're sexually objectified, but guys dig it. They want to be they want to be sex objects.
Well, because it's new to them, and you know, isn't it? Because it's new.
Well, I think we should open up a place. You know how they have Hooters? We should open up a place called Wieners.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Woo. Yes.
We'll bring people to lunch. We'll bring our clients to lunch there. Our female clients.
What will their outfits be like at Wieners?
Just thongs.
Just a thong and just, I wish I had thong and heels. And whips or something, do you think?
I don't think they'd want to wear heels.
No, they should have slave collars.
I've seen that before.
Slave collars.
Yeah.
To even out the power balance.
But I think that's true. But women like it too. I mean, Tracy liked being sexy and being photographed nude, and
it felt
she's
good,
totally
actually.
cool about it.
I've always wanted to do it, and there was nothing wrong with it, and the photos were amazing. And
And you know, when you're old and your stuff sags and it's all like pulled out of place, you'll have those pictures to refer back to and go, look.
Well, Playboy called me and asked me to pose.
They did. They asked me too.
Yeah, but they never called me back. They never called me back, which I don't know. Maybe they found out I had a big butt or something. But I don't know.
No, they like big butts over at Playboy.
Well, they wanted me to write about being centerfold. You know, so I asked them, you know, what do I have to do?
They asked me when I first got famous, and you know, they offered me $1 million.
Really?
Okay, it's a lie. Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk about sex with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. You guys are hilarious.
Have you heard what critics are saying about the Roseanne show? Time magazine says Roseanne can be appealingly authentic.
Hello!
The New York Times writes, surprisingly smart and winning. A mix of sharp topical conversation, occasional comedy sketches, and social work without sentimentality.
All right.
Entertainment Weekly says Roseanne remains endlessly fascinating. It's fun to watch her. See what all the buzz is about on the Roseanne Show.
Don't worry, guys. Tracy and Anka are going to be returning later. If it was not for my next two guests, I swear the youth of America would be even more clueless about sex than they are now. Please welcome the hosts of MTV's Loveline and the co-authors of this here new book, Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Such a good show. I really enjoy it.
Thanks.
People ask you guys weird.
Yeah.
Lean forward. I can't see
it. I'm not so sure that they ask us weird questions, but there's just weird stuff going on right now in this country. Real weird.
And no one has any second thoughts about asking us anything.
We do college tours, go out and speak to kids in rooms 3,000, 5,000 people in it, and the kids will stand up and ask these same questions that you hear on MTV in front of the faculty, their peers, and everybody. It's amazing.
But they have like no shame, right?
It's either that or desperation.
It's desperation meets alcoholism. meets lack of shame, and together
There you
that
go.
forms a question.
Do we have a whole generation that's totally shameless going here?
Yeah.
Seems like
Yeah,
it. Seems
basically.
like it.
And the thing we deal with so much, though, is that young people are being raised in families that are just a mess. And so they really don't have any places to go, and they don't trust the places that they would ordinarily go, because authority figures have been very abusive to them as they grew up. And so somehow we've sort of crafted something that they feel comfortable with, and that lets them ask the questions they want to ask.
Now, do you think that we as a society are more screwed up about sex than any society that's ever lived, or is everywhere like this?
I think every society is screwed up about sex, but we try to pretend like we're not that screwed up about it, and that makes us more screwed up than the others. I mean, you take Europe, they're screwed up there, but they go, screw it, we know we're screwed up, let's drink a bottle of wine, not shave our and get it on.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, our partner. Thank you.
We pretend like we're not into it, but we're just as into it, and that makes it come out in weird shape sometimes.
You know what? I think we're horrified of it. I think we're so scared and horrified of it because, well, first of all, we do it all the time. That's like a horrifying thing.
It's become a way of expressing some of our most primitive and painful feelings, and ambivalent attitudes, and conflicts get acted out sexually now. And the media at large and the magazines and whatnot lead people to believe that that's the solution. If they act out sexually, if they have good sex, therefore they're going to feel better and be better. And nothing could be further from the truth.
But it's kind of like all the wrong kind of sex. It's like just two animalistic bodies that look perfect, having sex.
Hold on.
Wait a minute, and it has absolutely...
Yeah. What kind of position might these animals be in?
I mean, there's absolutely no soul or spirit or anything in it. There isn't.
It's completely devoid of intimacy, and intimacy is the thing that's just
isn't it?
That's right. That's why you got to turn the sound down on the TV every once in a while, guys, and pretend like you're really in the moment.
Now, what made you guys sex experts? I mean, I can see him. He's got some kind of an academic what's-it. But where the hell do you get off? Well, you're just a comic. Where the hell do you get off?
I know as much about sexual relations as Claude Akins knew about transmissions when he was doing those Amco spots, I guess. But I don't know anything. I'm just there to sort of
give the common man.
No, but I think you do. He
does.
Listen,
he's got a real he's got a sensibility about it. He's open to learning about it. He creates the environment that makes this material accessible to young people, and he gives it sort of a common man's approach.
But you know, comics are the most screwed up sexual people in the world.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
We've done
especially the lady comedians. I hate to say it, I love her, but it's true, Drew. Everyone we've had on our show, nutball. Not you, though, baby.
Well,
You're
I'm up
of sanity. No.
I'm up there with the nutballs. Well, I can't. It's so hard to handle what sex really means, and it really makes me mad because I have 5 kids. I'm a mom. And it really makes me mad of how you're supposed to tell your kids what it really means when it's like been wiped clean of all meaning.
What do you tell them?
I kind of don't say anything. I just ignore them.
Because
I'm embarrassed.
And hope it goes away, right?
Yeah. Well, I gave them books when they were little.
And
that was hard.
But the pop-up Kama Sutra is not exactly the direction. You want to go with a 9-year-old, right?
No, but it's embarrassing to talk to your kids.
But I tell you what, the kids have to know is that that they can come to you for questions. They don't have to know necessarily that that you're going to be explicit with them. But there's some scientific evidence that suggests that you need to establish a dialogue with kids between the age of 8 and 12, not sexual, but just a dialogue about relationships and an opportunity for them to bring whatever they have to the table. And then at 13, 14, it comes out.
Well, my kids have come to me, and I try to act like I'm not shocked. They'll say things like, "Hey, Mom, I tried this and I did that."
Oh.
And I'll be like, well, that's certainly something that many people of your generation do. But I'm like, I'm suppressing my horror of having to even think of my kids doing stuff like that.
I have 6-year-old triplets, and I'm scared to death.
It's horrifying.
When you're a parent, you just I don't care what you know. We're all reduced to the same position as parent. We just got to hang in and do the best we can.
All you've got to do is tell them to take care of themselves and be safe. I mean, what else are you going to do? Yeah. It's really wrong that you're doing that, and then they want to do it more.
Well, you got to make a point and give them some information, but if you give them too much, it'll backfire. They'll always go the opposite way. I mean, if you tell them that sex is dirty, it's nasty, and it's evil, they're going to be turning tricks by the time they're 15
I think
years
that's
old.
true. That's true.
If you don't say anything, they might experiment on their own. You have
So
to
what's the way to
sprinkle
avoid it
a
then?
little bit
Well, here's
on.
one thing you do.
The way to avoid it is to tell them how wholesome and wonderful it is.
The misconception people have is that you have to be their buddy and you have to tell them
Yeah.
all about what you did. Nothing
No,
can be
never
further.
do that.
You tell them.
Never tell your kids the things you
You tell them
did.
what you did. You're issuing them
They
a
don't have that
license
kind
to
of
do the
time.
same
Giving them the
thing.
license.
They're going to do it, boy. That's where they start.
I don't have that kind of...
Imagine Roseanne start telling you.
Well, I did make that.
Sit down, kids. Let me weave you a little tale about my sexual career. I mean, please, they'd be horrified.
I think they would. That's probably, you know, why they...
Kids don't want to
But
hear
besides,
it
no one wants to hear
Never
about their
tell
mother
your kids anything
doing
illegal
anything.
you did, any school you
Nope,
skipped.
I agree.
Never
I agree.
tell them
It's
anything
just
like that.
don't lie to them ever, but it's just not open for discussion. Certain
Right.
stuff, just not discussing. That's all there's to it.
That's right. I like, Mother has no memory of those years here.
But
When we come back, we'll talk more about this, but when we come back, Tracy and Anka will come back out here to take the ultimate love test with me, Drew, and Adam. Stick around. I guess you're going to rate us all.
We used to have sex in the bedroom and once in a while in the kitchen, but now it's always in the kitchen.
Always in the kitchen.
all right,
Yeah.
well, I can only understand this in the context of fetish, and I've never heard of this particular fetish, but theoretically, just about anything can be fetishized.
It's really in the context of feta, if you think about it. It's more it's a cheese there.
Feta-ish.
All right, don't apply.
Not funny.
Bad pun. Don't apply.
Hey, if you're in the LA area and want to see my show, call 1-800-485-6885. Back again, joining us are Traci Bingham and Anka Radkovich. I said it right, didn't I? And Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla, which, you know, when they were watching the clip, they said, look, we're wearing the same clothes as we had on those clips.
Drew is. He looks like an idiot.
So what are we doing? We're going to play a game out of your book where
Yes.
like we rate people or something?
Well, we worked out something in the book, the
Yeah.
PRS, the personal rating system,
Okay.
to sort of quantify the sexes and their numbers, meaning everybody has a number. Whether it's a 6 or a 5 or a 4, and we tried to work out a way to quantify that. Drew,
Why
can you
people
explain
would,
this?
what makes people too attractive to the opposite sex? Is there a way to quantify that?
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
And Adam has a theory that people need to match up those numbers.
Yeah,
to be
you don't want to
happy.
go out with someone whose number's too much higher than yours or too much lower than yours.
Right.
Like, I could go out with a 10. Like, I could go out with Cindy Crawford
Right.
for a week, but she'd smarten up after about 10 days and dump me. Right? Because
Yeah.
she's too far out of my league.
Yeah, you probably never could go out with her in the beginning, but
Yeah, you probably...
yeah,
You're probably right.
I'm kidding.
I know you're right,
I'm
but
kidding.
hypothetically, you want to go out with someone who's just a notch above you.
Yeah.
All right.
You have 2 minutes.
You guys can do us then. I'll just give you
Okay,
the.
so what do we do?
We'll give you the male version.
Okay.
It's 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Scale of 10.
Scale of
Scale of
1
10,
through
yeah.
10. There's four questions, and
Okay.
you just give us a number 1
All
through
right.
10. First, looks. That's
Yeah.
just straightforward. Give Drew a number. Give me a number. Let's not look.
Make it fast.
All right. Second, personality. And forget about all the mean things I said about your
Yeah.
kids, please. Let's put our differences aside for this one.
All right.
1 through 10. Sense of humor and intelligence. Now, that is 1 through 5 on each of them.
What do you mean?
Combination
5
of
points
10.
intelligence, 5 points.
Sense of humor and intelligence.
5
Yeah.
points intelligence, 5 points sense of humor. Scale
Right.
of 5 each of those.
Right.
All right.
You could get a 4 and a 3 or 2 and a 2. And last one is position. Are you an admiral? Are you a celebrity? Are you a doctor? Are you an attorney? Are you the president of the United States?
And it's a subjective
Position
thing,
in
too.
life.
How that position ranks for you.
What does that mean? I don't get it.
Meaning women are attracted to men based on position a lot of the
Oh,
time.
that's just the messed up women.
Okay,
Right, well, that's all of you. I mean, the point is
Okay.
Henry Kissinger can get chicks, not because of
What
his
is
accent.
that about?
That's
That
what I
blows
mean,
my mind.
because of his position.
Oh, power is an
position.
aphrodisiac, he said.
Yeah, a guy who's an attorney, a guy who's a doctor, he does better,
Yeah,
right?
I guess so.
All right, so
How come it doesn't work like that for women? It's like,
Is that why I
Oh,
always
Janet
end
Reno
up
gets
getting
a
turned on to the
bonus.
bartender?
What's that?
I always go for the bartender.
Well,
So that's the opposite
that's
of
free
that
booze,
theory.
though. That's different. and all the maraschino cherries you can eat. All right, so did you now?
So
do you
we're
get a
doing
score for us?
Because I don't think a guy's position matters. I
Yeah,
think
but
it's
you're
like
a big celebrity. You got tons of money. You're
I
a
never
celebrity
did before I was
yourself.
a celebrity. It's
You would have
like
been more attractive.
Then you would rank our position very low.
Huh?
If it
Okay.
doesn't mean anything to you, then you'd rank it as a
Okay,
low
one.
number.
But it could be.
All right.
Maybe the guys.
I just like a guy, you know, I like a guy that can deliver the mail, you know what I mean?
Right. You want to go out with a UPS guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you take those 4.
Okay.
You add them up, and then you divide by 4.
I didn't know we had to do math. I can't add.
What'd you give Drew in the looks department?
I gave you both a 9.
Gave us both. Now don't be fair.
Yeah,
They're cute. Very cute. What'd you give them?
A 9.
Okay. Okay.
I gave him
Okay.
both 9.
What'd you give us in
both
the
cute.
What'd you give us in the personality department?
9.
I said 10.
Woo!
Yeah, I do. I think you both have great personalities.
This ain't 1 to 20, sister. This is,
No.
all right, so we both have 19 now?
Yeah.
Drew got a 10 in the personality department? Okay,
From
okay,
Tracy.
sense of humor.
Good.
3. I give you both a 3.
Oh, Drew's minus a sense of humor. What do he owes a sense of humor.
No, he's funny too, but it just in a drier way.
Oh. All right, so are we tied now?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you're tied
We're
on
tied all the
mine.
way.
All right,
We're tied all the way.
position. No, he's a doctor.
I give
Yeah.
you both the 1 on the position.
But he's a
It doesn't matter,
doctor.
Roseanne.
I don't
He's a
care.
doctor with a TV and a radio
I
show.
don't care.
I said 10 on that.
For both?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
we score the same, and everybody's...
What'd you give him for position?
You must have the greatest fake
well, I thought this
orgasm in the world. Can you imagine how good she could fake an orgasm? Pins for everything.
But I really like you guys. And
Can you tell the difference? Yeah, that's a good question. Can you tell the difference between when someone fakes it?
No.
Don't know, don't care.
There's a point to his madness.
Anything audible, I appreciate.
never had one.
Himself?
No, he's never had one.
Somebody with someone.
At all, ever.
Himself.
No,
Have
I've
you?
had them alone.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He makes quite a habit of it.
Have you ever faked one? Because I thought men have got to fake it too.
Wait a minute.
How they
Wait,
gonna-
this is a story I've never heard. Amazing.
Listen, Houdini couldn't fake an orgasm.
Yes,
if
he
he was
could.
a male.
Yeah,
I mean,
he could.
couldn't
Yeah,
do that.
men fake
How?
them all the time. It's just you want to keep that myth around yourselves of your incredible potency. But men do fake them. I know they do.
Yeah, but there's a...
Okay, it's just the ones I'm with.
There's a-
Okay, thanks, Dr. Drew and Adam, Tracy and Anka. Since today's show is dedicated to sex, I'm going to do something that I've always wanted to do. Learn how to be a sexy, erotic stripper. So come back and check me
On the next Roseanne show, funny man Jamie Foxx.
out. You like fat chicks, don't you? We're back, and we have the beautiful Luna, who is not only going to teach me how to be a sexy, exotic stripper, but is also going to perform for you now. Take it away, Luna.
because you think, what do
You
you
just
say?
gotta get used to
you
them.
feel powerful in these shoes, you said? Great. Now what do I do? 'Cause
All right. You ready for this, huh?
I guess I'm ready.
Okay, first of all, your hips.
I've sunk to this level, ladies and gentlemen.
You're gonna do fine.
I am?
First of all, your hips. They need to be very loose. So you're gonna swirl it around like this.
Well, what'd you do?
Swirl the hips around. Feel the
Okay.
Roseanne.
I want to do this one where you
Are
go
you a
around.
woman or a rat? Are you a woman or a rat? You gotta show you can
Am I
do
a
it.
woman or a wreck? Is
Yeah,
that what you said?
come on.
I think I've proven that I'm a wreck.
Come on, just twist it around and go all the way down. All the way.
Okay. Now what?
What do we do with the music now?
I don't know. Do we need
Let's
music?
do the music. And then you can do some pole stuff too.
Okay.
I'll help you out. Come on.
I want to go. I want to do that one.
You wanna jump?
Yeah, I want to try it. What do you
All
do?
right. Bend your knees. And
I
jump
better go
on.
this. Ouch. Okay, wait. Okay.
Bend your knee.
Okay.
And jump on into it.
There's no way I'm going to do that.
Try this one, listen. Wrap your legs around it. Like this. Can you do this? And then jump into it. Here we go. That was very good.
Okay.
That was very good.
We'll be right back with more men in their underwear, so stick around. A little earlier in the show, we introduced you to these sexy doctors from the Jockey underwear ads, and we just want everyone to know that, well, we have some sexy guys of our own on staff here at the Roseanne show. These guys may give y'all a run for your money.